guys, it's Jill with stampwithjill.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make this cute Santa bag from the treat die from Spellbinders FSJ. It is super simple to put together. So we're going to go ahead and make that, but I'm going to show you a couple of other things to make with the treat box as well. So this is the box itself. I just cut it out of some snowflake printed paper. I actually did not decorate this one yet because I wanted to show you the functionality of the box. So this one you can open it. It can be a top opening box if you put a little adhesive on the side. So it opens at the top like that. It also can open at the bottom. So, you know, if you have something that needs to go in on the side, it can open at the side. So it opens at both ends. I just put a little adhesive on the one side to keep it closed if it's going to be a one-way opening box. But it's super cute, and it holds a gift card and some candy and maybe some earrings or some jewelry or some small little gifts. So the box itself is super cute all by itself. So here's one I did last week, and this one is just cut out of striped paper with a little panel on top and some branch and cone and berry I forget the berry cluster or something like that. Bloom cluster, there we go, that for that die. So this one is super cute, holds a gift card, you know, a couple small gifts. But this is where it gets fun. So you can stack these. So what I did was I cut 2 boxes from the paper. This is the Cozy Winter Prints paper, and I punched a 2-inch circle here, tied it in some gray tulle ribbon, and made a little tiny tag. So now you can give 2 gifts for Christmas with this box just by putting them together, and the ribbon holds them closed, so you don't have to do anything fancy to that. But there's also a elf box that you can make, and this is made the exact same way as the Santa box, and we'll go over this one at the end. And then there's this elf box which I made, which has legs just sticking up at the top. Okay, so here's what the die looks like. This is an 8-inch wide die, so it's pretty big. You need to make sure that your die cutting machine is wide enough to take that 8 inches because it's even longer this way. So I went ahead and cut one out of the red like this, and we are ready to get started on the Santa box. So the only other thing that I used on the Santa box are these Border Basics dies. So there is a scallop one with a trim. They look like this. And that's the one I used for the collar on the Santa box. And I used this chevron style one for the one on the elf box. They come in a set of 4 like this. And actually, this is not the one I used, but you can actually get 2 boxes out of one of those die cuts. Okay, so let's get started. What we are going to do is we are going to fold on all of the score lines. And you want to make a nice good crease on the score lines. So with cards, it's a little easier to fold with paper because it's not quite as stiff, but with cardstock you just have to take your time and find the lines, and they kind of pop out, and then crease them real good with your crease tool, your bone folder, whatever you got. Alright, so we're going to, my dogs are going to really misbehave today, I can tell you. They're already digging in a box they shouldn't be down here. Okay, so there's a little tab here that you have to fold on. And that's where we're going to put the adhesive. And we're going to fold the lid, or the end, and then this guy. So now we are all folded and ready to go. So this actually goes together really easily with this tab. So you are going to fold this tab in, and you're going to put your adhesive right there on the end. So I have some white liner tape here that you want to use strong adhesive, especially if you're using cardstock, because it will come apart. So we are going to just tear that off, and then peel it off and close the box. Now, since my top opening box is for the Santa, I just need to trim these off. So first things though, I'm going to, forgot to fold on that little line. So there's these little notch things here. Those kind of hold the box closed too. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of, I think tape runner will do it for this one, just to hold it on the, I probably should have put it on before I folded up the box, but I'm just going to put a little tape there to hold the bottom of the box closed. So when you slide that in like this, then you can pinch it to close the bottom. All right, so now I'm just going to use my scissors. I have some cheap scissors here, some big ones. Nothing fancy, just office supply scissors. It's easy to cut a straight line with these big ones. So you're just going to cut off these pieces like this. So now you have a top opening box that you can put some candy and some tissue paper in. Okay, so now that I have my box ready, I have a 3/4 of an inch by 8.5 for the belt. And you are just going to pinch this along the sides like this to get your creases where you want them to be. And then I kind of like to make the crease nice and tight like that. So we have that piece here, and then you're just going to hold it and pinch it here and here like that. And then you can see there's just enough there to overlap. So I'm just going to grab some of my green glue here, and I'm only going to glue this edge in case I need to slide it up a little bit. So we're going to put a little drop of glue there and hold it like so. And that takes about 10 seconds to dry. All right, so now the belt is ready, but it's movable, so you can slide it up and down like this. Okay, so this is a 1 1/4 inch square of mirror gold cardstock, and this is a 3/4 inch square. You can use your square die cuts, you can use your punches, whatever you have to get those sizes. I actually just cut these on my paper trimmer, so we're going to put a foam square on the back of that and a foam square on the back of that. And that is how you get the belt. Super easy. Okay. And then you are going to put this right in the center. I'm going to turn it so I can see it a little better. All right, so now you have a belt that can move up and down right now. I'm going to tack that with a little bit of glue in a minute. All right, so the next thing you're going to need is the Santa collar, and I've cut this from whipped cream cardstock, and you can actually get 2 of these from each die cut, but what I'm going to do is I am going to snip it in half because I only need part of it, and I'm just going to put a little bit of liquid glue right here, and it is going to go right on the edge like that, and I'm going to center it so the scallops are even on the edge there, and it's even with the top. So once that dries, you will be able to trim that off. And then the last step is the straps for his pants or his suspenders, whatever you want to call them. You're going to want to curl these a little bit with your fingers like this. And this is a 1/2 inch by 8.5, like that. And then we're just going to glue them in there on the side. So I'm just going to take my scissors here and snip off those edges like that. Oh, and there is one more thing. Let me see. I have two little tiny buttons. You can use, if you have black brads, you can use gems. I'm using cardstock because that's what I have. So for this guy, I want to make sure my belt is down a little lower, and I'm just going to put 2 dots of liquid glue right there where I want the buttons, and we're just going to put those buttons right on there. Like that. And like that. All right, So those will dry in a second. So what we're going to do is we're going to add this to the front. I'm going to use white liner tape because when I used a different kind of tape, it didn't stick. So I'm going to go with the stronger adhesive, and I'm just going to put a piece on each end of the straps for the pants, like that, and like that. And I think I have just enough here to put on this end. So this is a little stronger. So you're going to go like this, and you're just going to stick it in a little bit in from the edge, and then you're going to do it on the other side. I just went about an inch down, whatever you, so just a smidge in from the corner there, like so. And you have your first set of straps. When you actually curl these with your fingers, they're less likely to pop out. So we're going to do the same thing on this side, just a little bit in from the corner of the box, and then you're just going to want to make sure that they're about the same length. So I think I went down just a little too far on this one, so I'm going to carefully pull it up and move it. All right, so just a little bit more upright, and then when I put this one in, now, to make sure they're even, I just eyeball it. It's you probably can't totally see from that angle, but it is close to being the same. And we're just going to pinch that, pinch that. Now, this little bit of adhesive I can roll off with my finger like this because nobody wants to see that stick out. Plus, you don't want it sticking to anything. You can get that off with your adhesive remover too. Or you can just kind of roll it down into the box like this, so no, it can't be seen. There we go. Now you cannot see that, so just like that. And there you have your Santa box. You can put some candy in there and some tissue paper, and you have an adorable little treat holder. Thanks for joining me today.